Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group. What I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here I have the 24 Subaru Crosstrek. So we'll look at the interior, the exterior, and then go for a spin around and see what we think. Okay, so now we're behind the wheel of the Crosstrek Sport. And what do we always have with us? Our cell phones, right? So I'll drop it right down here. The Sport is going to come standard with the wireless charging pad, and I've already paired up my phone, so I can click here. I've got my Apple CarPlay going, so that gives me Google Maps, Spotify, all my text messaging, and there's also a really cool voice control system on the steering wheel here, so that's going to let me pay attention to the road ahead. So let's go for a little spin around. Now, there's a lot of different trim levels with the Crosstrek. You've got your base and your premium and then the Sport. So the Sport's gonna add a little bit different styling when it comes to the Crosstrek lineup. So this particular Sport is the black one, but all of them are gonna have those cool yellow accents that runs on the exterior. So you can kind of see them in the front bumper and then into the back bumper. And then all of that yellow kind of cool accented stitching and stuff runs into the interior, which is really neat. It gives it kind of a cool appearance, whether, you know, you're doing a little bit of off-roading or on-roading. This Crosstrek Sport can kind of get it all done. So let's start with the exterior. Now the Sport adds the standard 18-inch wheels. I love that style out there. This one's also going to have the roof rack up above, so you can have the crossbars. So if you're into mountain biking or any outdoors activity, that's going to free up a lot of room inside the vehicle to let you kind of throw that stuff on the roof and go for a long weekend or out on a camping trip, which is really neat. Now beyond that, with the exterior, this one's gonna get those black mirror caps and a little bit different grille, but overall the Crosstrek, as far as the blueprint goes, it's gonna be the same through the lineup. Now this one is powered by a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder paired to a CVT transmission. So what does that mean in the real world? This with the CVT and that 2.5 liter, it's gonna get you 33 miles per gallon on the highway. That is an awesome feature, being that this Subaru also has a symmetrical all-wheel drive system. So it's fall here in Minnesota. Obviously, we all know that winter is soon to be approaching, and with that all-wheel drive, you really don't have to worry about it. I mean, you're gonna always make sure you have the sure-footedness and getting that grip to the ground, which is a awesome feature to have. And the best thing with that is that you're not sacrificing fuel economy to get the all-wheel drive system in this case. 33 is pretty great. So if you're doing a lot of cabin trips or going, you know, on longer road trips, this is gonna be an excellent vehicle for that. Now let's focus on the interior. Like I said, this wireless Apple CarPlay in here. Some of the other things you can kind of click through, there's an X mode that the Sport gets, so snow and dirt or deep snow and mud. This has a little bit extra kind of settings you can control to give you some extra grip in the deep snow or in the mud. And then a few other things, the steering responsive headlights. That's a pretty neat feature. So as you're turning, they'll kind of turn with you. Way cool. Again, it goes back to safety. So some of the driver assistance in here, pre-collision braking, forward collision warning, a lane departure warning system, also with an adaptive cruise control system. So if you've never had the adaptive cruise before, let me tell you, it is something that is very hard to give back up. So when you're out on the highway, you set the cruise control to 4, 3, 2, like car lengths ahead of you, and it's gonna keep that distance. So like I said, if you're running up to the cabin or if you're just doing a lot of highway driving, it's really cool and adds a little bit of safety and just kind of helps you relax when you're on the road, which is a great feature there. Some other things this does have is a rear vehicle detection. So it will let you know if you've got the backup camera on, maybe you didn't quite see somebody, it will alert you from there. Now, the steering wheel is great. So the Sport comes standard with a leather wrap steering wheel and the shift knob, and it's kind of got this carbon fiber inlay that runs through the vehicle. You know, the Sport model, you'd expect it to look a little sporty and have some cool Sport features inside, and this one absolutely does. And then let's focus on the seats. So these seats are very comfortable. I've spent some time kind of cruising around today, and that yellow stitching goes into the seats with kind of some yellow accenting, and these are also heated. So in this Sport, these are a cloth seat, but in the wintertime when it gets cold, it's not like jumping into cold leather. You can kick the heated seats on and they heat up right away, and they are very comfortable. So a few other little random options this particular one has. It also has the blind spot monitoring and then the Home Link rear view mirror. So that you can pair to your garage door at home. Click the little button when you get back and it'll kick it open, so you don't have to have your garage door opener hanging in front of your face here. This Sport does also offer the sunroof, which does open it up in here. It's not a panoramic roof, just the standard sunroof, but it definitely does lighten it up, especially with the darker interior. Now, when I'm on the road, I can set my adaptive cruise control or my lane departure warning. And if I start to veer out of my lane, it will actually beep at me to let me know. Maybe you're kind of dozing off or not paying attention for a second. this Subaru Crosstrek will be paying attention when you maybe not, or if you've got the kids in the car, sometimes it can be distracting. So there's a lot of great safety in here to help keep you and your family safe when you're out on the road. So ride and drive in the Subaru Crosstrek, you know, there's a lot of great vehicles in the Subaru lineup, and the Crosstrek's been around for a while now, and for good reason. They just keep improving on what's been a great car for Subaru. Great fuel economy, great technology, lots of safety features, and I think an overall pretty cool looking vehicle. And now we've got the Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness coming out soon, which I'm very excited about. But you get a little taste of that in the Subaru Sport. I mean, it's built for the on-road, for the off-road. It's kind of a do-it-all smaller SUV, which is pretty great. So the drive is good. I don't feel myself needing more power or more, you know, kind of get up and go. I think this little 2.5 is more than enough to get you merged out into traffic, and then again, get great fuel economy. All the technology in here is awesome. Once you've got the CarPlay going, you've got all the safety features and these super comfortable seats. I mean, if you're in the market for a smaller SUV or a crossover SUV, I think you absolutely have to add the Crosstrek to your list. Get out, take one for a spin, see what you think. So that was just a quick look and drive in the all-new Subaru Crosstrek. Now, if you'd like more information or to schedule a test drive for yourself, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by either one of our Subaru locations. Thanks for watching.